Hey, I'm Chip Shell, and this is the Erie Music History Podcast. Welcome. I want to start out today with a quote. In 1985 article, the Erie band, The Generic Beat, the Times News described my guest today as arguably Erie's most exciting frontman, an expressive, wild-eyed singer who wields his tongue like a weapon. He's laughing already. Since June, he has sent me 38 links to random songs that range from Dean Martin to Slade to Masters of Reality and plenty of others that I have never heard of. He's turned me on to a heck of a lot of music since June. He's someone that I've always wanted to have on the podcast because he's one of the OG punk rockers in this town. Welcome, Danny White, to the podcast.
Thank you, Dan. And guess what?
What?
OG is perfect.
OG, yeah?
Oh, because it's like, oh, God.
That's what I say.
Who I am and what I am. God.
All right. So I told you we're going to go through the past. So tell me, how did Danny White first start
Manifesting?
Music-wise? Were you at school? Where did you go to school? Were you
East High School.
Went to East High School?
It's not there anymore.
Okay. And you weren't
Neither the motel. I spent 13 years as a maintenance man, chief maintenance engineer. Ooh.
Not there anymore either?
I'll offend somebody. No, they tore that down, and I was born at Doctor's Osteopathic right there on 10th Street.
All right.
It tells you my trajectory. I was born right there in the middle of the block, and then half a block, I spent 13 years as a maintenance man.
Yeah.
After 30-some years.
So you didn't travel far. Yeah, you didn't travel far.
Oh, half a block.
Where did music come in? When?
Playing music?
Yeah,
or just
playing
music.
music.
'Cause in utero, I heard it in Mama's belly. I know all that old good stuff.
It's a good point. Yeah.
What was the question?
It's been part of you all these years. Did you play in a band or anything?
No, I played with
school?
myself.
Played with yourself,
Yeah,
of
I played
course.
with myself
Played,
a lot.
Yep, right. Got it. Yeah.
And I was shy.
Yeah.
I was an introvert. So I kind of nicked it up. But I was up in the West Side Projects up there, Bower Lane, 26th Street, West 26th Street. And some black guys playing. And, hey, they're playing. They don't have a bass player. So I just tested the waters. It was cool.
You had a bass? Or?
Oh, I had a bass.
Okay.
It was almost like balsa wood. It was so
Yeah,
light.
well,
It was like helium injected or something. It had vinyl on it. And, oh, my God. It wasn't real wood.
I was gonna say, where did you get this fine bass, this fine instrument?
At
Kmart?
Well, we got it at Dick Bowling's
Dick
World. Yeah, I'm going into history now.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Dick.
You don't remember what kind it was?
Clira. Klira. I call it my Jewish bass.
Wow, I've never heard of it.
Me neither.
All right.
Nobody else has, but I wish I had it. It had the super thin neck. That was the whole thing for a bass.
Sure. Right.
And it was whatever, I don't know, less than 2 inches all the way up to the bottom.
And how old are you at this time?
How old am I?
Yeah,
That's
you're
kind of personal. I didn't think I was going to, want my PIN numbers and everything?
If you would, yeah, that'd be great.
I just turned 68 this past July 25th. I'm a Leo, and I'm God. Don't forget that.
That's right.
I'm mentioning that all through the program.
What I meant was, how old were you when you were playing that bass? When you first started playing bass?
13.
13. So
yeah. My parents bought me a bass and a nice little amp. And
had you played any other instruments?
My older brothers had guitars, 6 strings. And when they were away, little Danny would try to play.
Got it.
And hopefully not put it all the way out of tune, then get beaten from my brothers.
So music was in the family?
Yeah, actually, my dad's was a great harmonica player.
Oh, really?
He's dead. He can't play anymore.
Sure.
You understand that,
I got
right?
it, yeah.
But boy, when he was alive, oh, yeah, he had a couple of good old honers and good sized ones and the wiggly gig, push in and out, whatever they call that. Great. That's the best member of a band to be is the harmonica.
Not much stuff to carry.
The roadies are working and sweating. Oh, man. And you come out with this little kid or like a ammunition belt.
Belt.
Oh, look, I got this one in C and this one in A.
Well, I always tell people I picked up bass because it only had 4 strings, so it was easier than a guitar. Why did you play,
We're no dummies. That's why your name is Dan and my name is Dan.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Oh, you heard it from God.
Why pick up bass? Just
so
because your brothers had guitars and you were like...
And they were struggling with chords.
Yeah.
You see, you can make chords on a bass, but you don't have to.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to do the contortionist thing with your
right.
fingers. Yeah, it's the easiest route to go. I did have an organ before that. One of the Magnus organs.
Okay.
It was on a pedestal or whatever.
Yeah.
It was on a stand.
So you knew how to play keyboard and
Hell no.
Oh.
I fumbled trying to do In-A-Gadda Be There or some kind of crap. And then I got so discouraged. And I don't know. Cut the damn pedestal off of it. It was a one-part deal.
you're like, what's the simplest?
And then I just had the regular, and then I realized, wait, it has a fan. It's got to suck in and out. It's got to suck in to do the reads and Magnus organs.
Right.
So if you take the legs off, it's flat and there's no oxygen.
Does not make any sound at all.
You
Yeah.
haven't lived till you've seen a what are we talking about?
An organ?
A blue baby organ.
A blue baby organ?
A blue baby organ.
All right.
Jimmy Cuneo just came back in here.
All right.
Thank you, Jimmy.
So at some point, the ex-whites come into play. But before that, was there a band before that?
Yes, there was a band
Can't wait to
called
hear.
Spurs.
I knew it'd have a great name.
Spurrs.
Okay, all right, 2 R's.
I was living above the large line on West 8th Street.
All right.
1974 or 5, 506, somewhere around there. And Bernie was going back and forth from Memphis to Erie to, get some pills and sell some pills.
This is Bernie White we're
did I say
talking
too
about.
much?
That's
Bernie
right.
White. This is my friend Bernie White.
Right, yeah.
Hey, guess what? Both Dan's here. We're both on drugs as we're speaking right now. So
We
how
are
you gonna
very
condemn it?
wasted, right.
And if you listen, you're part of the sin.
That's right. How did you first come to meet Bernie?
That's what I was going to do.
Okay,
Thank you. And I'm glad you prompted.
Yeah.
Because I was
That's what I do.
a large line, just did the out crap.
Yep.
West 8th Street, neo-hippieville.
Right.
Ooh, fun times. And Bernie was going back and forth Memphis to Erie. Families in Erie and stuff.
Okay.
And anyhow, he's looking for a bass player for a, oh my God, what do you call them? A Southern rock group.
He was in Southern rock?
Oh my God, this was 1977. Thank you.
Okay.
Just finally got a date in there from my computer up here.
But he was in he was playing Southern rock.
Him and Jim Popesky was on drums. Mark Milligan was on guitar also with Bernie. And then I was going to be the bass player. Bernie didn't know me from jack shit, And he confronts me, and because I lived next to the Starretts, Mike Starrett, guitar players, Kip Starrett, musicians,
And
the
this is
the Lou Tulios.
Oh, the Lou Tulios,
Kip
right?
Starrett was
Got
part
it.
of that thing.
And this is the band with the 2 R's.
Yeah, 2 R's and an S, Spurs.
Spurs. So had they already played out?
But it was all originals.
Oh, okay.
No, we didn't do that. Give me 3 steps, give me the free bird up in the fucking sky. That stupid shit.
He was really making up.
And I was
Southern
enjoying
rock.
it because that was my first really band experience.
Wow.
And he flew me down there, not a penny in my pocket, paid for everything. I was down there the whole summer.
Where? Memphis?
In Memphis, Tennessee. We found another guitar player, really sharp guitar player. I can't remember his name. But we had to drive across the river to get to Arkansas to pick him up for rehearsal and shit. Which was interesting. But what was cool, 77, I believe, it was the hottest summer day in record heat.
Yeah.
The garbage, the police, and the firemen were all on strike.
Oh, great. Great.
So it was a great 3-month summer down there.
Smelled great. Yeah.
So did we.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so you eventually come back.
It dissolved because that's kind of some weird gossip, and I don't want to give that real personal stuff and name names.
Okay.
But it was this guy. No.
Right.
But anyway, I am God. Anyway.
It was Jimmy. All right.
So, but something happened in the band, and then we all came back.
Okay.
Bernie flew back. Me and Mark Milligan drove this big tank of a gray station wagon, crammed with whatever drums and amps and shit.
Equipment, yeah.
From Memphis back to Erie, for Christ's sake.
And then did the band reform as the Ex-Whites?
Oh, no, not
No,
really.
there was more evolutions.
Bernie called me for the Ex-Whites. He said we'd run into each other every once in a while.
And it was the Whites at the time,
It was the
right?
Whites at the time when we put it together. Yeah,
Right.
and that was Bernie and I and Ricky Eggleston, Mike Starrett, and Jeff Kramer.
Oh, okay. So Bill Carter's not there. Emhoff's not there yet.
No,
This is early.
yeah. This
Okay.
is back
all
in
right.
the cave.
So it's just Danny, Bernie, Ricky, and you.
And
And
boy, this is
Starrett.
hard. Mike Starrett.
Starrett. Yeah.
And Jeff
gotcha.
Kramer.
Okay.
Drummer.
All right.
So we had 2 drummers.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
we
that.
performed at least one gig at a pig roast out at Jay's Wrecking Farm or whatever.
Sure.
Fuck that place.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And all originals, or no?
Yeah, they were all originals.
Yeah.
And we did have a parody of God Save the Queen, except it was Worship the Poodle. Worship the Poodle, da-da-da-da-da, put her in the middle.
Who was writing the songs?
Bernie and Starrett. Bernie and Mike Starrett, probably.
Okay.
And then I came in, and then I was getting into that, and I had ideas popping in my head, but too shy to bring it out. But finally, I got it out and said, "Hey, this is all right."
You
put
were
it out,
shy.
and I was like, "Yeah, that's what we're going to do."
And were you singing then?
I really didn't learn how to sing until I started learning how to sing in the Wiggling Judies, and I didn't accomplish it yet.
Okay.
But when I got to the generic beat,
Okay.
that's when I could say, I sung good. I wouldn't call myself a singer.
Sure.
But, hey, that would be a singer, wouldn't it, Dan?
But that's what
singer.
people remember you as, a singer.
Oh,
I mean,
and God, of course.
and God, yes, yeah. All right, so the ex-whites, we're talking about 79, 78? 78. The band continues in various incarnations, as we said, over the years, right?
Yeah, only a few.
Oh, really? So those other guys, Mark Emhoff, Billy Cotter.
That's way in the future.
Oh, it is.
That's the future.
The future.
Got to the
We're talking about the future.
Can't you just live for the moment? What the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus.
All right, so
You're fired.
when do your pants start coming off? When do your clothes start
You
coming
want
off
that
when
one,
you're
right?
playing?
Oh, that's a great one.
I mean,
I've told people.
there are plenty of stories about you playing with things less than clothing on stage.
Yeah, well, maybe a pair of tennis sneakers.
Let's talk about Spider-Man underoos.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we're at Goofy's.
I wish I still had them. My cousin had my bottoms, and I heard just recently somebody else bought him from my cousin. I got to talk to my cousin and see what happened there with my underoo bottoms that you sold, Mom. I want my
That's great.
I want my whatever.
Yeah. Your money.
My
Your
money.
commission.
And you don't mess around with God when it comes to money.
So you're at Goofy's, you're playing. At this point, it's later in the stage because, are you just playing bass or are you singing too?
Oh, singing, but as I say, I couldn't sing.
Okay, all right.
It was all like Johnny Rotten, and
you're performing.
I'm a performer.
Yes.
I'm not a bassist. I'm not a musician. Not a vocalist.
That's super important.
Performer.
Absolutely.
Performer. Yeah.
That's easy for you to say. So you're at Goofy's, a fine establishment that again is no longer around anymore. But you must have played there a ton of times over the years. No. I feel like that'd be a place.
First time we played there was we have weird people running the ship there. They're good, and I love them, and I hold nothing against them because grudges are for
you mean running
assholes.
Goofy's.
Not running Goofies, no, the people running the band.
Oh.
Like we had like a booking guy.
Oh, okay.
They weren't really booking agents. They were like us. We're just inching our way, going, hey, we're going forward. Who cares where the hell we are?
Sure,
I'm smiling.
All right.
I got a bologna sandwich.
So are some of those people, who are some of those people? Are we talking about?
Okay, let's talk about, well, we got the original Extra Whites were the Whites were that 5-man boot.
Right.
2 drummers. Then we honed it down. One of the guys got lost into that Jesus thing. Yeah, don't trust my son, by the way, because I am God. And my train of thought.
So let me help put you back on the train of thought. Kip Albaum says that he put you guys on the map in 1980 when he started promoting you. So is that true? To a degree?
It's just National Enquirer. I hate that kind of shit.
I read it somewhere.
The whole world is National Enquirer now.
That's right.
If you notice.
But that's got to be one of the people that was helping promote you and put you out there.
He got us out there.
Yeah. Okay. That's all. That's all.
Tim Hines, Bob Hines did also.
Okay. All right.
So those were the main thrusts because we were just musicians. We didn't know what we were doing. I never had any dreams. Oh, yeah, I'm playing bass and singing. I'm going to be a worldwide rock and roll star tomorrow.
So that was not the plan?
That was never my plan. I just was enjoying all in the moment.
Okay.
And that's till today when I perform. It's all in the moment.
How about the rest of the guys? Were they looking at, hey, this is the late 70s.
Yeah.
Punk was still pretty popular. New wave was popular.
Yeah.
I mean, did they want...
And the whole rock and roll and everything.
Yeah.
Rockabilly resurgence. Robert Gordon got that going.
You were recording original stuff eventually, right? I mean, Was it just for fun for you, or did these guys?
Fun for me. I didn't care. I guess band money went into the recording and stuff, but nobody really saw anything. And,
Sure, gotcha.
Well, maybe. This is much as I'll tell you. I won't tell you about somebody taking. Never mind. I'm not going there.
No, that's
because it's all been taken care of. The hatchet's been buried.
Good.
I love them.
Right.
I wish them well.
Well, you continued playing with all of them in some way, shape, or form for many years.
Oh, yeah.
The Ex-Whites didn't seem to go away.
No, we actually broke up in 19. My brain is just.
I have 82 when Ricky got married. And he had a child. Bernie left for
82,
Chicago.
83.
Yeah,
right.
Bill Cotter joins he went to join Bill in the Young Swingers. So that's 82. But then in 84, you play a reunion at the Clay Space.
Young Needles. I'm sorry. I don't know who that guy was. Damn, get him out of the studio.
You play a reunion at the Clay Space.
That was our first reunion.
So,
right. So 83, and then 84, we did the reunion.
Right.
Just 1 year later.
Right.
And it was funny because we had an opening act.
Who was that?
Screw them. Not really screw them, but
I've never heard of
Bedrocks.
Screw Them. The Bedrocks, okay.
They were supposed to open for us.
The Krasinski brothers.
Yeah. And then, is that a brewery? Anyway, by the way, I don't know.
So what happens?
They just did a no-show. We were planning on doing 2 sets.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hell, we used to play 4 sets a night all by ourselves. 65 songs.
Is that what it was?
Rapid speed. Oh, man, it was glorious.
Were these 10 to 2 gigs, all of them? Pretty much.
Sort of, yeah. 2:30.
Yeah,
quarter to 3. Oh, we really got to go. I don't want to get. Oh, we really got to go, yeah. Yes, these are those days. Oh, my goodness. So we had an opening act. We hadn't played together in a year.
Yeah.
At all. No rehearsal or anything. I think we got together for 1 rehearsal.
Okay.
And we're depending on somebody else taking an hour's time of playing, and then a little setup time, reset-up time, and then we go on and do 2 sets. But no show.
All right.
I still don't know why, but it doesn't matter. There's all kinds of stuff. I probably backstabbed somebody somewhere, and maybe I just buried it in my brain and won't admit it. I remember playing the Joan Jett show at Molly B's.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
We were supposed to open up for Joan Jett.
Yeah.
But the other band made a squabble, and so we had to go on second.
Oh, okay. But you you were still on the bill that night. I was going to say, did you meet Joan Jett that night? No.
I didn't care.
She was like...
when you're God, why would you worship gods?
Why?
Or people like God especially. Oh, my goodness.
So we talk about names like Joan Jett. I'll throw a name out there. Yeah. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. He's that Freddie Gump kind of guy.
How does Tom Hanks tie into the Ex-Whites? Tell me the story.
It's so cool. We're playing in Akron, Ohio, first time. The place called The Bank.
Okay.
It was summertime, obviously. And it was the big... Oh, God, what year was that?
It was.
Well, anyhow, Enos was on TV, and they
Bosom Buddies was on.
Bosom Buddies was on. Big pop. He was just about to make the step to Hollywood there. But anyhow, they have the big soapbox derby parade every year. Big, big, big. And they have celebrities coming in. Television celebrities, never mind.
Whoever
Gordon
else.
Jump from WKRP was there.
Sure,
Who was that pretty blonde? Christopher Norris or something? From the 70s, 80s.
I like everything you're saying.
Yeah, I do too, yeah. I might have even dreamed her up. You never know.
Lonnie Anderson, we'll throw her in.
Throw her in there too.
Okay.
Oh boy, that'd be
so Gordon Jump, Lonnie Anderson, and Tom Hanks are on a float going down Akron, and
it's agonizing in Akron.
And
so the big parade's going on, and we can't get to the bar because it's right downtown.
Yeah.
So we finally get there and get our equipment in them because we always the roadies. We had roadies, but we roadied anyway, and we never got paid for it.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. If you're doing music in a band for girls or money, you are a retard.
Got it.
All that stuff comes natural. Bus drivers have groupies. I was a maintenance man in a motel for 13 years. You don't think I had some groupies?
You had groupies.
Yeah, maids, desk women, visitors at the motel, and
all right.
Yeah, a whole bunch. Oh my God! I shouldn't have taken that gummy so
no-tell
early,
motel.
Dan. Oh my God!
So you're at the parade. You're waving, or does he see you?
And probably Bernie, Mr. Loudmouth, probably said, "Hey, we're playing here at the bank tonight." So no big deal. Everything goes. We get our shit together. Our opening act is the Nelsons. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Ricky Nelson boys? Yeah, they're...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big difference in type of music.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a bit of a whiplash for that crowd.
So we're hanging out upstairs in the dressing room, and in walks Tom fucking Hanks. Yeah, wow, hey, how you doing? How's you doing? And we had a great time, just chit chat.
Yeah, right.
That makes the world go around. It's not the deep conversations, folks. So
that's right.
You heard it from God. Anyway, who would know but me?
The chit chat, and you give him a pin, or
yeah, Bernie or Chip gave him a pin. He wore it on the show. It's his high school reunion episode.
Yeah,
and he has like olive drab cut off army coat or whatever.
Yeah, I have a screenshot of that. So yeah, you see him on the high school reunion episode of Bosom Buddies, and he's wearing it. So that's crazy. All right, so that's
speaking of Forrest Gump. Aren't we all feathers? Aren't there things you floated into? You didn't even have any.
We're floating in and out of topics. This is what's happening.
And I'm floating in and out of the microphone.
All right. No, you're good.
Should have never given me a swivel chair, man. God, and I have a swivel chair. That's a throne.
So the X-Whites, obviously you go to Akron, but how far did you travel?
Okay, X-Whites was Buffalo, New York. We paid only one weekend in town.
Okay.
The other weekends we were out of town.
Oh.
So Buffalo, New York, several places up there. Down to Pittsburgh here and there, Erie. Well, not Erie, go to Pittsburgh. Ohio, Indiana, Detroit, Windsor, Canada.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Pretty much that's about it.
And, I mean, are we talking every day of the week? Like, how often?
Oh, no. This is weekends. Yeah.
Weekends. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we were bums, but we couldn't be such bums to have vans and people moving equipment and all that crazy.
Yeah. What was your crew like? You said, obviously, you have a sound man, light man, and some roadies.
Lovely.
Who were they?
Okay. I'm gonna go. Yeah. They're not in order except for what the hell is his name?
Jeff Ford.
Thanks.
Okay. All right.
I think it's Chevy for some reason.
Yeah.
Jeff Ford. Okay.
Yep.
Roadie, light man, sound man, friend, pal.
Yep.
In and out of the band to each other's houses for cookouts and get together.
Heard such good things about him.
You got Ray Vaughn.
Okay.
Sweet guy. John Whipple. Sweet guy. Oh, God. Who was our tallest roadie? He was tall. His name was John.
Farr? No, not John Farr.
Don't insult me with that shit. Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Did you lock
Interview's
that door?
over.
Can I get out of this studio now? Oh my!
Big John.
Big John. He's tall and not skinny, but lean, and he looked like about 7 foot tall. He must have been 6'10" at least.
So,
and he was funny because he was just this cuddly bear kind of guy.
Yeah,
he was a biker and shit, but he wasn't that retard fucking shit they do.
So that's a good amount of guys on the road that all need to get paid something.
Yeah, and plus Tim would be running sound. So Jeff was a light man for a while.
Oh, okay.
Tim would run sound. So
how
Tim
much were you getting paid back then?
Put it this way: the roadies and the people who booked us, Tim and Kip, they got the money. I swear, I asked because I remember, man, because I wasn't working.
Yeah, so
you think a band pay would be like big thing, and I remember it.
You to get something, yeah.
Yeah, and I said, man, I don't ever remember getting paid. He said $20 a night.
Okay.
Out of all the money that comes down, PA rentals and
sure, yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you got to build a fucking house to have a band, crazy.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You sit on a log, learn to play the flute, and sell your shoes.
Were you practicing? Were you rehearsing like when you were in town, learning new songs and writing new songs?
What? Huh?
Like when you guys were in between gigs.
Oh, in between gigs, yeah, an idea would come or something, and bring it, and automatically the guy who brought it is the guy who sings it.
Okay.
There's no argument. There's not even on the table.
Oh,
the table's not there, man.
Right.
And and you show them your song, and you start playing to it, and you're like, yeah. And it just everything just glued together. I can't understand it.
That's great.
Music is magic.
You said it before.
Touch it, but it touches you.
It depends on who you're playing with. You said that's what makes the band.
Yeah. And I'm happy when I'm playing with myself.
Absolutely, yeah. So when you weren't playing with yourself and you were playing with the other guys, at some point you go to TRS with Pacheco and record some stuff. But where else did you go?
Okay, well, that TRS Pacheco thing, you talking about the Ex-White record? EP?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was the recording of the 1986 show at Oliver's.
Oh, the live
They recorded
reunion.
it. Yeah, the live recording of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
got it.
Yeah.
So you didn't record like your originals in a studio?
No. That's all live.
All live.
What's on the video is on the audio CD. My friend, the drummer, Ricky Eggles, said he'd burn me a copy.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty cool to have.
All right. So, yeah, it says you wanted to order 500 copies for that Ex-White's album. You played a few gigs in '86 to pay for the recording, and then playing into 1987, you took about 8 months off and started playing again at Goofy's.
Wait a minute. You missed something.
I definitely skipped over some stuff because we're talking.
Sorry, I probably hurt your ears.
85.
What are you doing? Listening
We should
to
have a
radio?
disclaimer
There's
at
things
the
like
beginning of
television.
this, right?
I'm sorry, I have to ship the chip in my head.
So you're right. We skipped over.
You
so
skipped
86,
over.
88. So what did we skip?
And you said something. And it was like
Oliver's. We went from the Clay Space to Oliver's. You recorded. You took 8 months off.
And we recorded. We recorded that live show.
Yeah.
Well, it sat there in the box, the tape.
Okay.
It sat there in the box, the tape. I think it was probably my girlfriend, good old Susie Q. I think she paid to get that tape from the shelf, from the studio.
Okay.
And then Bernie took it to New York. Yeah, big city, I can do that. 'Cause, New York. Fuck you, New York. That was the right place for ground zero, let me tell you. Still too soon, baby.
And then what happened? He takes it to New York and
it just sits somewhere in a closet or something.
Sure.
And by the time it got back, oh my God, it was like glue. They had to clean it and wipe the recording tape, half-inch tape,
Yeah.
professional crap. So see, that was just a little side thing where I made you stop.
No, that's
Boy,
all right.
Dan is doing so good for being so stoned. Oh my God. He puts on his weird. Don't believe it.
When I talked about or introduced you as like the OG punk rocker, ex-whites, but people always talk about Pistol Whip prior to you guys.
Oh yeah,
right?
and I do too.
Okay, so I wondered
will
about
correct
that.
you. Oh yeah, you guys are the first punk band. I know Pistol Whip. There was a band called the Chemicals.
Okay.
I didn't know of them back then. I was still introvert.
Sure.
I was trying to get experience, and I did get experience, Dan. Are you experienced? I wanted to ask you.
Did you go out?
Are you experienced, Dan? Don't avoid the.
I feel like I'm experienced right now.
Have you ever been experienced?
Absolutely, yeah.
Good. Okay, I wanted to make sure.
So were you going to see Pistol Whip back in the day?
I saw them in their last days.
Okay.
But it was great because I saw them on the stage at what it used to be called the Erie Arts Festival.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then another year or the same year, it must have been a different year because they don't have a band repeat. It was in the children's library at the old library downtown.
Oh, yeah.
And I hear tell that, I didn't see it. That's right. I didn't see that show. I saw them on stage. And
Okay.
I heard the story about the one was Willie's up there on top of the big bookcases and you're grabbing goldfish out of the school aquarium and eating them, biting his heads off and shit.
Well, that's a good story. We're definitely going to have to.
There's a Willie
Cotter story.
Ozzy.
Yeah, that's
Ozzy
right.
Carter.
He's
Ozzy
outdoing
Carter.
Ozzy. Got
Ozzy
it.
Carter. Oh,
All right.
my God.
All right. So
Hey, people have worse names from me, Dan, and that's okay.
when you guys are in between those reunion shows,
Yeah?
what are you doing?
I'm working, raising a family. Bernie's
You are.
girlfriend, he'd be in a relationship. Ricky's married. He
Okay.
moved to Ohio.
All right.
No, he moved to New York first.
All right.
Jamestown. And then the taxes got too much out there. They ass rape you. So they went to get ass raped a little bit less in Ohio, and they've been living out there and Ricky recently retired.
Okay.
About 4 months into it. He's into it. His hair's getting wrong. He had a job where he had to be shaved all the time.
Okay. So he's living life a little bit more. Playing any or?
He's having a little, I think, tendonitis. Or
sure, it happens.
Carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
But he was always playing at home. Didn't do any bands, and he was learning to play guitar.
Okay.
Past 10, 12, 15 years. So we all did our things.
Right.
And then one of us, usually somebody would approach me. Hey, Dan, we're thinking about doing it. Oh, when? Oh, okay, sounds good. Let's go. We're going to practice once? Yeah, at least once. For an hour. Yeah, okay, let's go.
All right.
Charge!
Yeah. So how then do you get to, or you're in the Wiggling Judies in 1980.
80, oh, you got some for 80 what?
I just had 80 is when the band started, I know.
The ex-wife were going. We were
That's what I was going to say. You played to 83.
It was 6 months. The ex-wives broke up. And the ex-wives broke up, and the next month.
You were playing with the Judies that quick.
Yeah, we put the band together.
Okay.
And we played a gig in the bar.
Yeah.
Wait, let me I don't want to exaggerate. Was it 1 week? 1 month, sorry.
Okay.
1 month. That's a big difference.
Yeah, I know. So the Wiggling Judies at the time, Jim Rosenthal, Jimmy Cuneo.
Mark Nelson on drums.
Mark Nelson, who I've had on the podcast before. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I did find you one time.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody had told me, and then I forgot because I forget a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a senior citizen.
That's right, man.
Pity on me, man.
So when you're in the Judies, you're still playing bass.
Oh, yeah, and singing and writing.
And singing. That's my point.
Yeah, all singing, writing, performing.
Kind of new for you. I mean, singing at this point.
What are you talking about? No, I started out singing with the Ex-Whites.
Did you eventually start singing with the Ex-Whites? Because I thought you said
I
at
sang
first.
with the Ex-Whites, but it wasn't what you call singing. It sounded like Johnny Rotten on a bad day and a sore throat.
Got it. Okay. All right. So that's a different type of singing.
Yeah.
Got it.
I was just talking about actually thinking that I could sing with generic beat. It took 3 bands to get there.
Yes. So eventually you get to the generic beat. What happens to the Judies?
Oh, the Judies, there was a little demise. We had a shift change. 2 guys quit.
Okay.
Rosenthal and Nelson.
Right.
I'm not going to tell any reasons because there's no reason to tell.
Water under the bridge. Got it.
You got that right. And that bridge fell down a long time
That's
ago.
right.
Well, so they replaced him. Ricky White came out from the
okay.
Ex-Whites
Yeah,
and played
yeah.
drums with us. He was in the Judies also.
Oh.
Wiggling Judies. And Kenny Kranz on guitar. You know Kenny Kranz?
Heard the name.
You've
Yeah.
heard the name?
Yeah.
One of the pictures will be in there. Purple
Yeah.
shirt. That's the hint. So we were still the Wiggling Judies, and we went in maybe a year after, and bands fall apart.
Yeah.
3 years steady, and then do a reunion every other year for 40 years.
Sure.
I think that's the Ex-White plan. I'm going to get that copyrighted right now. I'll share it with Bernie's widow.
All right. So were you playing in? We mentioned the Edsels. You and I did while we were chatting. When was that? In between one of these?
That was right before the generic beat.
Right before the generic beat. Yeah.
3. How does this is like the Civil War and the War of 1812 and Pearl Harbor.
Fitting
all
everything
the same
together.
Day.
That's
In
right.
the same year. It was right there, same month.
So the Edsels are a 50s and 60s band. That's dramatically different than what you were playing.
God, it was, but it was in me.
Who was in that
utero.
band?
That was. You know what? I'm going to start to sound like the Jim Carroll band.
Well,
all my friends that died.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Yeah, I don't know who was in it. Usually I have some names.
You're bringing up some very open wounds here,
All right.
Dan.
I'm sorry.
You are a son bitch.
Take another drink. Yeah, that's
No,
right.
but seriously.
Yeah.
As I'm laughing, I'm seriously and trying to grasp on what the hell I was talking about.
Who those guys are in the Edsels.
Oh, the Edsels. Oh, my God. Well, I'll tell you, I think there's one more member, Danny Carr. You'll see him straight-laced playing a keyboard over there. And really nice guy. Greyhound bus driver and stuff.
Okay.
Enjoys his job, wife, kid,
Who else was in the Edsels?
Oh, my God. And here comes the All-Star Dead Club.
Okay.
Ed Levy on drums. Just an affable, smileable, like a fucking teddy bear.
Okay.
You gotta hug him. You gotta love him, man. He's like, well, why did... Fucking Ed Levy. What do I got?
Can't be mad at him?
No, I don't know. What a sweetheart. And then on guitar, Ed Statzer.
Okay.
Uh,
Good dude, too.
A interesting man.
Yeah.
I'm drawn to, when you're a kid, you're drawn to stupid assholes. Ooh, they're cool. When you get your brain in order and the soul has been paid, that debt for your soul, and you bought it back already.
You start paying attention to different people.
Say, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
And say, hey, I can say two things, because I am God, but I'm not going to say anything about that. But I'm a love bug. We're talking about Ed Levy, Ed Statzer.
Yep.
Yeah, he was tall. Just had a little lurch in his talk and stuff. Not Forrest Gumpy. I think that's the theme of the night.
That is.
I do feel like, because I took a gummy, Forrest Gummy. I took it too damn early.
2 Eds in the Edsels.
And 2 Dans in the Edsels.
4 of you.
2 Dans.
All right. Great. So that's who we got. How long does the Edsels last?
Maybe a year.
Where'd you play?
We played a couple of bars, like Town Terrace. We played the Meads New Year's Eve party. God, that was like
the Meads?
The Walking Dead.
Like the Times News Meads?
Yeah, the big Meads out in Meadsville, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And we played a New Year's Eve party, and they were all like walking zombies. It was pretty frightening. And now, look what I have become.
That's right. Luckily, this is all audio. They don't get to see all your impressions, but you can imagine that he's doing a great zombie impression right now.
You should feel ashamed of yourselves, and you should have found a way to give this man money to do a televised podcast. If all of you would send a button.
That's right.
And some thread and a needle.
P.O. box.
I'm already P.O.'d.
So, places that you've played over the years, a lot of them are no longer there. Gerard Hotel, the Junction, Molly B's, the Danza Bar, which the Danza Bar is just a different name. Sherlock's, of course. MJ's.
MJ's an antique place.
Yeah, what was, I'll just say, what was your favorite place to play?
MJ's.
MJ's.
That
Why?
fit right in. Because MJ's was like being at home.
Yeah.
Sherlock, I'll just use comparison.
Yeah.
And other bars are friendly here and there and not friendly. Sherlock's, oh my God, I'm in my great aunt's knick-knack room. Oh, I don't want to tip any over. Oh, children, get away from my knick-knacks. It just felt,
that way at Sherlock's.
What is that? Yeah, it was there's a word for it.
All right.
It was putting on airs. It was like, it's just a fucking bar.
But MJ's was...
Miss Kitty.
MJ's was all about you guys, all about your style of music. What was it called? New Wave Night.
Yeah,
right,
that's
on
what
Mondays.
the stamp on it.
Yeah.
And Beck's Whites weren't even really punk. I tried to tell people this stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you guys are punk." We were just we were like the Kingsmen, Louie.
Yeah.
We were like a frat band coming to your bar every other weekend or something. And they were part of the show. We were part of the show. It was a love-in. Let me tell you, in the '80s, it was an actual love-in.
Yeah.
And I don't know who started. I think probably we, the Ex-Whites, and Lenny Bovee. Something with Lenny Bovee are probably the earlier impetus to get this explosion of having 10, 12 new wave bands playing.
All at once. Yeah.
All at once.
Yeah, right.
Not just one here and here.
Yeah.
And now we're stuck with some with the traveling nerds up to the those guys. I saw a video. I never saw this band, but I saw a video, an old one of the Amish, the shit kickers or the Earthquakers or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And I was looking at it, I was like, oh.
I think the Shit Kickers would be a better name. That's a good name. Yeah.
And you see the people.
When you're talking about getting that crowd involved, I was reading a 1981
How did
article.
I get naked?
And
forgot.
We're getting to the nudity. All right,
Okay.
Everybody, get ready.
Get down
But
on nitty-gritty,
1981 showcase article. It says that you had dropped the, and this is in quotes, droning unpopular bubblegum version of Red Rubber Ball.
What did they agree with me?
I don't know.
Did I agree with them? Did they say it sucked? I sucked.
I think it sucked. Yeah, is what they were implying. Why? What was? First of all, tell everybody what Red Rubber Ball.
Red Rubber Ball by Circle.
Okay.
Well, anyhow, we all have different musical abilities, right?
Sure.
And not one person can perform everybody's song in the world.
Right.
And you pick bum ones every once in a while. Actually, we were fumbling along. We never knew the hell. It was party time. It was hanging out with your friends and getting fucked up, having picnics,
Sure.
Just having a great time.
So you were doing different versions of Red Rubber
Oh, yeah,
Ball?
passing girlfriends around left and right. No, the big fucking shit, man.
That's not the ball part I'm talking about.
They
the
don't
song.
know I'm telling the truth.
Right.
It's pretty funny because you're squares.
Bubblegum version.
Oh, yeah.
It was droning. It was
I don't
unpopular.
even know if it was a bubblegum. I think
was just shitty.
It was a version.
A version.
Yeah, everybody's like, a version, I'm a version.
So they were averse to that song anymore.
It was like the Blob was coming after from projection room. Man.
All right. So did your...
Just like One Is the Loneliest Number, The Dark Knight. We did that, a cover of that.
Really?
Yeah. And in between that, we're doing what would be whatever. Where's the poodle? I don't know, whatever the hell I was talking about.
Well, when did the Spider-Man underoos and the socks on your wang or whatever, when did all that start?
I'm the weirdo.
I mean,
I did that.
I realize you did that because I've never heard like, oh, the X-Whites were those guys that did this stuff. No, it's Danny White and the X-Whites did that stuff.
We have our camps.
Okay.
I'm sure there's lots of people. Bernie White and the X-Whites, and Ricky White and the X-Whites.
Right.
Hey, we're the X-Whites. Who gives a shit?
Right.
We're God, all three of us, as a matter of fact. And what was the question?
Did you start?
Oh, I started the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
'Cause I loved the cartoon when I was a kid, like
Okay.
67 or so.
Right.
And that song, and
Dun-dun-dun.
we couldn't do no jazz version of that like the song was. But bam, bam, with the horns and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So we just narrowed it down to like the brain surgeon method of the
basic
Ramones.
part. Okay.
Put it down to the bones, which is rock and roll.
Right.
there. Doesn't matter. It's got marrow in it. Doesn't need to meat.
When you step on stage for that night, are you wearing the Spider-Man underoos or are you wearing...
Whatever night, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Underoos might have come later because there was no big planning. Like,
Okay.
I'm going to buy some underoos because that way I can get on the stage 2 weeks.
That's what I wondered.
I had nothing.
Nothing's ever
haphazard.
planned. It's all sporadic. It's all...
It's funny. I'm known for the gab on stage, right? And people, I tell them, I try to get this myth out of their fucking head, but they won't believe me. I'm like,
Which is?
Oh, man, we know, man. All them crazy things you say and stuff, that's cool that you practice all that stuff and then come out and do it. They think I rehearse for what I'm going to say on
the
the
crazy
I
stuff.
never know what I'm going to say. That's why it comes out crazy.
Got it.
It's all open, random thoughts.
Sure.
And they're like, no way, man. You knew what you were saying all the time.
If I talk to some of those people beyond the Spider-Man story,
Yeah.
what are some other funny stories or crazy stories, as you would define them, that happened over the years? I mean, with any of the bands. I mean...
Now I got just stymied. I think there's like
There's
thousands of them all
I figured
colliding,
there's
and
plenty of them.
And to pick one out, funny moments.
I wish I had some to tell you.
You know the way I'm working my brain. We'll go on another subject, and I'll come back.
And you'll come back?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe. So let's try this then. So we went through all the way up to the Edsels, and we kind of stopped at the generic beat. So you take over for another Danny Williams, as the singer of the generic beat. The first person I ever had on this podcast was Christine, ex-teen. She's on bass. Roger
Prohoda. Mark.
Was,
wait. You
Mark
want to go back
there
to
yet, right?
Herminio?
Yeah, right. Herminio's there. DeBello joins later. Mark joins later, right?
That was just reunions, yeah.
Okay,
They
all
were
right.
not the band.
So how was that, playing in the generic beat?
Great.
Yeah.
Great people. Oh, my
Yeah.
God, creative. And you just said Christine, ex-team. 2 names, and still she's even more than that.
She is.
Yeah, she is the shit. She
She's
really is.
awesome. Yeah.
But playing with those people, oh, my God. They made me learn how to sing. I felt like singing to their music.
Because you weren't playing bass.
No, I wasn't playing.
Yeah.
No, that's my first front man.
Is that what? Okay. All right.
Yeah, the others I was part of the band. I was a
Yeah.
bass player and singer, just like a guitar player on stage.
Yeah. Were you
And-
writing any of the songs too?
I did bring some in, and then I wrote some songs, and we were inspired by each other and wrote other songs together.
Okay. And
Great experience.
They recorded. Were you on any of those recordings, or was that?
Later recordings.
Okay.
Not the 45.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the Danny Williams one. But anyway, oh God, remind me again, please, Dan.
So we're in generic beat. We're talking about all the different people in the band recording. You take over for Danny First time singing.
And I'm like
You're the front man.
Yeah, I'm the front man. I'm the fourth or fifth singer they had.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they had.
I didn't know that.
What are the twins? Boy, I'll tell you, these senior moments are coming on real quick and real hard.
Yeah, you got me on that.
One of the twins. God, really great guys. I love them.
Singers. I don't know. You got me.
You have to talk to Christine. Give her a buzzing. But you had him. There's some guy named John something who always had a 2-liter bottle of warm tab. That was his drink of choice during rehearsals.
Delicious. Okay.
Room temperature. Tab alone and room temperature.
Do you leave the generic beat to go to rub the Buddah, or was there anything?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It was. I can't remember what happened, if it just fizzled or what. I know it wasn't some explosive thing. I hope not. Otherwise, I'd have to accept a really horrible memory and replace a lovely memory.
No, yeah.
I'm not going back to Kansas, man.
But Rub the Buddah was around for a while, but then. Oh my God. And who else?
And then inside of Rub the Buddah, we formed the Holy Joes.
That's what I was going to say. What type of music was the Holy Joes?
It was sort of a more expanded Buddah.
Okay.
A little more less three-chordish.
Did you guys just reform a few years ago, Rub the Buddah? Or was that a long time ago?
No, that was just for a memorial thing to raise money for
That's what
one of our all the people that died. All my friends that died. It was either Bernie or Sam. Oh my God, Sam Palmer, Sam Ugly.
That's his name. Yeah. Sam Ugly. All right.
Sam Palmer is his proper name. Deceased. So all my friends that died.
At this point, you've been playing straight for 10 years. So 1989.
After all, I tried for 10 years. Seems like 30.
But even though you say you're retiring at some point around that time.
I did retire a couple times.
You did, right?
I formerly did.
How did the cattle cruisers fit in then?
You know how things fit in here? Let me tell you, Dan. I'm tired of fucking around with you.
That's right. Let's get down to brass tacks.
Force fucking God gump, okay? Get this straight.
We're back on that?
Okay, I'm sitting at home. One band's gone. We're doing it. It's done. It's gone.
And DeBello
sit
calls.
At home. Go to work. Take care of wifey, baby. Put it up. Hey, Dan, this is Rick DeBello. Or this is Christine. Or this is Dan. This is, we need a... They call me.
Right.
Call me. Maybe it's late, but just call me.
But the cattle cruisers call you.
Cattle cruiser call. Yeah. A bunch of punk rockers trying to play country western. And we were horrible at first.
At Norris.
They won't tell you. They'll say, oh, yeah, we were really good. And then the people came and say, yeah, you guys are really good after about 12 beers.
Wasn't it like an afternoon thing at Norb's?
7 till 9.
Okay. All right, so it was an early gig thing.
And then if you want to go out and party even more, you could, or you can go home and order a pizza, for Christ's sake, in the audience.
Did you play bass in the Cattle Cruisers?
Yep, and did background singing. And I didn't do any writing. Rick wrote a couple songs.
It was you and Rick, and who else?
Me, Rick, Medicine Man, Donnie Dombrowski, and Toon, Jeff Clare.
Okay, Jeff Clare, I knew him.
And at one time we had Tim Popotnik before we got Medicine Man. He played
on keys.
He had keyboards, but he had all the gizmos to make it sound like a honky tonk or banjo.
Yeah.
You know the Popotniks, don't you?
Yep, I've had them on. Yeah.
You have them on?
Yeah. Good dudes. Yeah.
Yeah. Stellar.
Talented.
I'm going back to the '60s, man.
Yeah.
They are stellar.
Yeah. I was surprised to see some of those pictures of them with the long hair, and they were bona fide hippies back then.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my close uncles, not my four uncles, not my four fathers.
All right, not your forefathers.
They're my four uncles.
Well, they're still playing, both of them, today, and we're going to get to where you are today. But first of all, we hit the fan.
Oh my God!
So now we're out of the '80s, and my podcast ends at 1990, but I always like to continue and see how things continue.
You can't come back another time.
That's right.
You like me enough. I don't like you at all, but it's all up to me. So I am God.
I want to get to we hit the fan. I want to get to mean old bastards or whatever. Like what happens?
No, that's not me.
That's not you. Okay. All right. So
fucker.
That's it. This is over.
Son of a
We're
bitch.
Done.
Dan.
God damn
Change your name. I am God.
I'm here with God today.
Now he is Lilith.
Did you continue to play throughout your, quote, retirement?
I don't know which retirement you're talking about.
Yeah, there was a few
I
of
actually
them.
told the Erie Times, Dave.
You did? Yeah.
That
was in 89.
Yeah,
but,
see, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And then, 6 months later, hey, now we need a banana. That was my retirement.
You need to play in the cattle
But I did retire later because I just, nothing was going. I had a mental breakdown, emotional breakdown, busking on the street for 7 years straight, in the cold and the hot, and blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
And beautiful people, and only a few ugly people came by.
Got it.
But it was cool because, I don't know why, they liked me.
Where was this?
Right on State Street, right a little bit lower than Rite Aid. They have a new store in there. It was a charitable place years ago.
Okay, like 5th, 6th.
No, I'm sorry, 10th and 9th.
10th. Okay, all right.
Rite Aid.
Good. Oh, Rite Aid.
Yeah, Hilton or whatever the hell
I
that
gotcha.
motel is
Okay.
in Ventura.
So you just busked for a
7
while.
years.
7 years. All right, playing guitar.
50, 60 hours a week.
All right.
Yeah, playing 6 strings. I even had my guitarro, which is like an auto harp, except you hold it like this. You have your buttons here, just like a natural guitar.
Oh, really?
So you strum the strings here and
I didn't
push
know
your
that.
buttons for chords. Whereas the other ones, you got to crisscross your arms, kind of a weird thing, and hold them up to your chest. Guess where you're at?
What do you do these days, from music-wise? Do you play bass, guitar? What do you do?
I rarely touch my instruments.
Oh, really?
I like to listen to music a lot.
Okay.
Listen through YouTube. It's easy. I got a 36-inch TV. I put it right on my little landing. I'm second floor.
Right.
So if you want to take it, I'm running for president. Try to take a shot at me. All comers, all nuts welcome, all nut balls.
So that's why I get all those recommendations from YouTube from you that say, listen to this song or that song, because you're exploring. You're checking out.
I'm finding stuff old that I didn't take so seriously and really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Didn't listen too hard or buy the records. And I'm like, I got best of the old, the present.
Yeah.
New's tough.
But are you playing anything in any band now? No, nothing.
We got to talk about We Hit the Fan.
Let's hit the fan.
Can we please do that?
2018, We Hit the Fan.
My last regular official band.
Okay.
And I only created 2 bands. Maybe 3. Garmin Bozia.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Okay.
Garmin Bozia.
Garmin
I like
Bozia
all these
from the
names.
Twin Peaks.
All right.
Okay. And the other was We Hit the Fan.
All right.
I put them together.
Who's in We Hit the Fan? What type of music?
What
are we talking?
It was Canadian. It was Canadian music, actually. Because most of the songs were in the key of A. I don't know how to describe it.
That was well done.
And I wanted to say that a long time, and I went to say it one time years ago, or whenever, last week, or maybe a minute from now.
Maybe.
I might say it again.
Yeah, right.
When you get older, you tend to repeat yourself.
When you get older, you tend to repeat yourself. So you were playing Canadian music in A. So
in
all
A.
Rush, all Triumph, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all what?
We had 2 originals. We had For What It's Worth, or 2 whatever.
2 covers. For What It's Worth.
For What It's Worth.
In
and,
A.
Oh my God! And Take Skinhead Bowling from Camperman Beethoven. That's 2. Then we had another one. Take Skinhead Bowling. And Lucy's Fur Coat. We did.
Lucy's Fur Coat.
Oh my God! Great.
Who
from
sings
like
that?
1992.
Okay.
A band from 1992.
Okay,
Like
all right.
that Masters of Reality album with
That
the
type of
rabbit on
thing.
Supper Bus.
Okay.
Same year, I believe.
I'll go with you on that. All right.
I put that record. I put that album with the Dead Boys, Young, Loud, and Snotty, and I put it with there's another really heavy rock and roll.
Okay.
album. There would be the trifecta. Standing there with a 45 in your hand.
So those are the only covers that you did.
Yeah, all the rest I wrote them on the street.
Oh, is that what you did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just ideas would pop in. Certain people would come in. Different. I'm not into that vibe thing, but vibe's a cool word.
Who was playing this with you? And We Hit the Fan. Who was in the band?
Oh, okay. Sam Palmer.
Okay.
Sam Ugly, and on drums, Jeff Gregorzeski.
Okay.
Which was great because he had been in a band in the 70s, and then he hadn't played in 30 years.
All right.
And for some reason, he wants to play with me and Sam. He showed up with one of them little Cajones or Jones.
Yeah, cajon. Yeah.
Sit on it and beat it. Yeah,
right.
I sit on it and beat it. Too.
I knew that was going. You were going.
It makes a different sound.
That's right. Where did you hit the fan?
On downtown, right on the streets, because Sam lived up in Toledo Towers.
Okay.
I'm just around the corner. Jeff comes down to buy cigarettes and shit, and then go back to his Cascade, somewhere around Cascade where he lives, and
So
Jeff
you were just playing on the street.
Hey, you mind if I go down? Yeah, come on down. Do some little percussion while I'm playing.
Okay.
Where Sam was in his 40s, Jeff was in his 50s, and I'm in my 60s.
Okay.
Groovy combination, man.
Yeah. So you didn't play any actual bars or anything like that?
No, not until September. Oh God. What did you say? 2000. You said something like 18.
It was 2018 is when you formed the band.
Oh no, this would be.
Yeah.
It might be 17.
Okay.
We that corner bar right there, the bar and cafe, Ninth and State.
Okay.
You got PNC on one side and the little bar.
Jekyll and Hyde's or.
No, that's on 10th.
Oh, that's on
10th.
10th.
9th Street. PNC.
Down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But anyhow, you know what? Huh.
Have another drink. All
Took
right.
the damn gummy too early. I told you.
So you do play a bar.
Oh, and that was our first gig.
Oh, yeah.
I had
yeah.
a cardboard
Nelson's
sign
or whatever.
And I colored something. And I had a big rainbow there. And I had a theme song for this damn band, too.
You did?
Yeah, but we were, hey, the Monkeys. We weren't done with that pussy shit. I'll tell you how it goes in a minute here. But anyhow, I convinced them to have my band play there.
How did that go over?
And I had a cardboard sign. I had it tasted while I was busking like 2 weeks before every day. I had the best band you never heard.
Yeah.
And that was the best band you never heard. I'm telling you.
Was that the only gig that the best band?
Oh no, we did 3 there.
Oh, okay.
And we did an Irish Cousins.
Ah.
And we might have done a couple more there.
Cool.
Oh,
yeah.
No, we didn't do Goofies. Goofies is gone. We did one at the Beer Mug.
Okay.
That was we started out acoustic. Sam would be playing quiet on the bass. I'd be playing with the amplifier with my acoustic.
Yeah.
And Jeff would be playing with himself.
Playing with himself on the cajon.
Right in the middle,
right.
so everybody could see him.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, what a pig!
Anyway,
it's
a show.
And then we graduated. Sam owned everything. He was the best bandmate. He owned the band. He wanted to play.
Yeah.
He owned the PA.
All right.
He owned the drum. Jeff didn't even have a set of drums. He quit drumming for 30 years. Why would he keep drums?
Just
Have to
gotta
move
come
from
home.
apartment to apartment. I remember when I could play drums.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that lasts for a year?
No, 17, 18, 19. Almost 3 years before Sam died. All my friends that died.
And then...
I'm just waiting for the ones I want. No, I don't want anybody to die.
So you're done then. You said that was the last real band you played in.
Oh, so I'm done.
Were you done?
Do I look like I'm done?
He's taking his hat off.
Somebody's going to call me.
That's right.
Hey, Dan, we need
After
a bass
this.
player.
That's right.
We booked this gig, and the other guy broke his hip, and I'll be right there.
What was the picture I saw of you at Rathskeller wearing a hat on your dick? I mean, I saw your gut in the picture. You didn't have any clothes on.
At the Rathskeller.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember what year that was.
Oh, I thought that was recent. Okay.
Oh.
You told me it was a
I
one
played their
gig.
naked once, though. But that
You
was
played
a
their
long time
naked,
ago.
of course.
Yeah, okay, this is this recent gig.
Yeah.
Oh, fishnet pantyhose.
Fishnet pantyhose, yes,
And
you're
I
right.
found a cornucopia, a small one.
That's what it was.
And it was a wall jacket. I had these thin belts, and one of them, and I had to go to the thrift store to find another one. So I made a harness for it.
Yeah.
And I had my cob piece or whatever.
Very
you call it,
nice.
Thing. Pointed up, of course.
That's right. What was that band called? You were playing all acoustic
Jerk in the
rock.
Chains.
Jerk in the Chains.
With Jimmy Cunha.
Loved it. Jimmy Cunha.
You know why we did that gig?
What's that?
Why he called me.
Why?
Because Rob had to have emergency hip replacement. Their singer, Rob Gray.
For what band?
They were doing a Magoon reunion.
Reunion. Okay.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
That's an important part.
Yeah.
And he had to do that, and then they had the gig booked already, and Jimmy didn't want to give it up.
So
and
he said,
gave me a call. Hey, you want to do like Buddha songs and have fun? I said, yeah. When you're picking me up to take me to rehearsal, let's go.
and there was no rehearsal?
Yeah,
Or-
2 rehearsals.
Okay, good.
We did a Thursday rehearsal, And then, now mind you, Jimmy and I haven't played my songs and his songs together in 10, 12, 15 years or whatever. Steady. Excuse me. Oh, he's vanilla
And
Coke is so good.
you remembered him.
Yeah, and there's a few holes in there, and you kind of little relearning and little moments, and then it's like, well, hey, live performance, it doesn't matter how you play.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it does matter how you play.
Yeah. Jerk the chain.
Jerk in the chain.
Jerk in the chain.
The letter N.
Got it.
Jerk in the chain. Like jerk in the chain.
All right.
Jerk in the chain.
Not going to.
I'm free.
Not going to reprise.
Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.
You're not going to reprise your role in Jerk in the Chain.
I don't think so. I don't know, because I was pretty pungent. Did you watch the...
I didn't watch it. I just saw the pictures. The pictures were pungent.
Oh, well, watch the whole show's on there.
Okay, all right.
It's my brother, cousin, Kevin Brown. Not confused with my musical brother, Kevin Brown of Frog Rocket.
Okay, yeah.
But Kevin Brown, my brother, cousin, he videotapes lots of bands, and he got a lot of my stuff, thank goodness. So these people are dying on me. All I got to do is look at them on film playing with them on stage.
So I'm guessing John Carnival was not saying, hey, we'd like to have you guys come back.
No, I don't know if it's anything like that.
Okay.
But I was beyond raw and raunchy.
Okay.
I was right, because I am God. I don't know where this puritanical America is coming from, but it's making me sick.
Yeah.
Haven't we made enough progress? We should be able to ball each other on the sidewalk as we pass. Come on, give me a little baby.
I don't know where I can go from there. So I think we're going to wrap it up there, because we're at about an hour, which is perfect. What have I missed?
You're a pussy. That's what you missed.
That's it.
You're going to quit.
Tell me about...
He's going to quit. He's a quitter. The winners never quit. The quitters never win.
What have we missed? What band have you said, hey, how come you didn't ask me about that? Why didn't you tell me about...
Me, Willie Cotter, and Blammo in a band called Def Cat, DEF.
Okay.
Willie Cotter put it together.
Yeah.
And we just did 60s tunes, just had fun.
All right.
I think we did maybe a couple originals, mostly 60s tunes.
What is
Wild Angels theme from the Wild Angels
What's
movie.
your favorite type of music to play? Yeah, because you've played country, you've played 50s. You are all over that.
Everything except for Poopra. That. What's that stuff? Opera.
Opera.
Poopra,
gotcha.
Poopra.
Right.
And basketball on the hardwood rhythm. Boom. Boom.
But you haven't played any of that.
No, I don't play that.
Yeah.
No.
What do you like playing the best?
Kind of personal. I haven't asked you anything personal. He's completely naked across this desk. hey, put that thing down. You're going to poke an eye out.
My cornucopia.
I don't know. What.
No?
I hope something comes up.
Yeah.
I really do, because I really love performing. Especially that last time. It was just, I felt like I was 22.
And of all those bars, MJ's was your favorite?
MJ's the absolute favorite.
Okay. That's cool.
And if I don't have any more bands, we hit the fan. That was the perfect way to come out.
It was.
Oh my God. Great experience.
All right. Well, I hope that Erie has not heard the last of you. And I suspect they probably haven't, because, like you said, after this, someone's going to say, hey, Danny, we need you to come out and play again.
Yeah.
So,
and I'll say, yep, sure. Do I just need this little small 10-pound amplifier if I'm playing guitar?
That's right.
Yeah, otherwise, I'm having fun. I hang out on my porch about 12 hours a day, and I put up a bird feeder the other day. It took them 2 days to find it, and that's cool. Got some black-cap chickadees or whatever.
All right.
I got a little aquarium pump, and I took the apparatus off, put it in a pan of water, got a little fountain, and the birds come and drink out of the water fountain. I'm becoming quite a Francis the Big Sissy.
Got it. I got it.
God it.
God. All right, God.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, that was good. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of the Erie Music History Podcast. I want to say thanks to the JPT Foundation. They have been a financial supporter of the podcast since the beginning, and they also give us a free space to have our monthly music night on the first Tuesday of the month. It always features our great house band, the Fabulous Leftovers, as well as a lot of other local bands and musicians. But it's a lot of fun. First Tuesday of the month, totally free. Any donations go to the Second Harvest Food Bank. It is BYOB. There's a great pizza shop next door, Pasalinquas. Check that out the first Tuesday of the month. Also, make sure that you check out Jack Stevenson's Two-Man Happy Hour podcast. Basically tells you where people are playing today, where and when, and you can check that out at the number 2manhappyhour.com. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks again for listening.